Welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV online with Mirriam Treespire in our quest by quest playthrough. We are currently studying the Fisherman's Trade and we are bringing our levels up. However, we need to be level 15 before we can take on our next quest, and our last quest to unlock sailing ships only got us up to level 12, a little bit further. So, there are a number of ways to unlock or to level up your fishermen. I'm going to see if I can have a look at a number of them. What company are we in? Let me just check. We are Marauders, aren't we? Profile. We are Storm Private. Let's go and see. One of the first ways to do it, and it helps if you're not running in the wrong direction. Let's go up to the Aft Castle. One of the ways to level up a crafting or a gathering class or even a fighting class is to go and check at the Maelstrom barracks. So we're going to go to the Aft Castle, or in with your Grand Company. So Mirriam's Grand Company is the Maelstrom. We're going to go see if there are any fishing, provisioning things we can do for fishing. So this is pretty important if you're doing this stuff. So let's toddle over this way to the Storm Personnel Officer. So this episode is going to be about leveling up your thing. So we're looking at, well, let's have a look at promotions. I don't think we can yet. You're currently Storm Private 3rd class. To qualify, you need to fulfill the following requirements. Well, I guess we'll level up then. Boom. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Storm Private 2nd class. May you ever serve the best interests of Limsa Lominsa till sea swallows all. Well, let's have a look at promotions now. You are currently Storm Private 2nd class. To qualify for Storm Private 1st class, you must fulfill the following requirements. Right, we need to have 3,000 seals. So we're not going to do that now. What we came here for was to undertake supply and provisioning missions. There's nothing in supply for us. What about provisioning? Oh, crayfish. We have caught crayfish before. They would like 1 crayfish. Wait, do I have that on me? I have a crayfish on me. So even at low levels, you can actually start ranking up in your Grand Company. We're going to earn a grand total of 1,680 Storm Seals for our 1 crayfish. No, 1,680 XP and 24 Company Seals for our crayfish. Boom. Now you'll notice we've done that. And now we can't do any more. I guess while we're here, we do have mining, and we do have timbering. However, what I don't have is a lot of cash to go teleporting hither and yon, so we won't do that. So I could also go looking for electrum ore and cedar logs. However, I would need to teleport to do it, and 343 is not going to get me where I need to go. Supply missions, well, they are accepting supply missions if you actually have a skill to do it. Expert delivery, we need to be Storm Sergeant 2nd class to do those. Alright, so we've just worked out that we can't do anything else here. So the next thing we want to do is, I think we are on the Limsa Lominsa Upper Decks. So why don't we try a spot of fishing. I just want to find a spot I can fish from. That looks... no. Oh, we could probably fish from there, but I think what we'll do is we might go up a little bit and find a nice spot. So, we have not discovered this fishing hole yet, I don't think. Let's, there's a nice gap in the wall. Let's not step. Maybe I can fish out. See, if I fish out here, I'm going to have my vision obscured by a tree. Alright, why don't we try here? This looks good. So, to know if we're going to fish, we can go chum. Okay, chumming is happening. We want to make sure we have the right bait. At the moment, we have freshwater bait loaded. That's not going to help us. So, freshwater. Why don't we try some pill bugs? They're a nice level bait. I think the versatile lures, yeah, they're only level 1. So let's try pill bugs. See what we can catch with pill bugs from up here. 2. You cast your line at the undiscovered fishing hole, and this is down here. in your box. So your box will tell you a lot of different things. I tend to keep it covered to protect conversations and avoid advertising for people selling the wrong thing. So yeah. So data on the Limsa Lominsa Upper Deck is added to your fishing log. Data, yep, and basically that tells you you've discovered a new thing. So you get logs, you get a fishing log. You have a look at the upper decks. Now you'll see we haven't caught all of these fish personally from this area, but because we've already caught them, we've now learned where they've come from. So if we want to go into our fishing guide, okay, crayfish was that, but we can go over to here. We found the Milford goby. Now we have all the locations for it. Remember how we had a question mark? Well, now we have everything. Although I have a feeling that someone's typed in upper decks when they meant to type in lower decks, and they're putting those descriptions in for some of the fish. Alright. Now personally I don't think we're going to find too much more from these upper decks. All I'm doing is uncovering fishing spots. So we've uncovered this one. Where else have we been? So that's all the fishing spots in Limsa. Let me just find the crystal. There it is. We're going to head on into some other areas of the world now, and we're going to go and uncover some fishing spots. You'll notice that got us a lot of XP as well. So we are going to level up fairly quickly. We're going to go and discover all of the fishing spots in Middle La Noscea. So let's teleport down to there. You'll be able to teleport to your gates once you have unlocked all of the Aetherites in a city. Before you move out anywhere though, make sure your sneak is on. At low levels it doesn't come on automatically. Let's have a look at our map. I think we should try fishing. Why don't we just try up here and then work our way down, and maybe work our way along the river as well. The other thing we could do is go Y for fishing rod. There we go. So we know we've got the Rogue River, so that one's one fishing spot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more fishing spots to discover. Let's go. I think we'll just toddle down this way. Anyone who's done their Arcanist quests will be familiar with this spot, but maybe not as a fishing spot. Ooh, you know what I love about this game? It will not let me run my character off the edge by accident, because I tell you what, that would happen. Let's see if we can fish here. Chumming works. Let's cast a line in. Keep that 3. Alright, Zephyr Drift added to our log. You'll notice we earned ourselves 1000 XP. If we go into Y again for fishing log, you'll now see we've got Zephyr Drift. And you'll see how it's marked up here. So that means all of this coastline here is all Zephyr Drift. You'll also see that we're familiar with quite a few of the fish in this area. Right. We're not fishing for gaps yet. We might do that at a higher level. Let's just put our fishing rod away. Okay. So I'm going to say if all of that is Zephyr Drift, so all of this area here, then maybe... I know, I'm running with a map up. I do this a bit. Then all of this is the Rogue River. Maybe we should try up near the Agelyss River next. Let's go do that. We're going to be level 15 by the time we finish. What do you mean I can't sprint while I'm sneaking? And we don't... The travel time we spend sneaking when we can't sprint is worth it. Alright, welcome back guys. We are going to head, I've just had a look at the time, and we're going to head back to Limsa Lominsa, and hopefully we'll make it to sign on before 10:15, and we'll get to go on a fishing voyage, which is one of the other major ways of leveling up your fishing class. So let's go. Fingers crossed we have no more dropouts. Let's go. Alright, let's hurry. We're not sneaky anymore, so we should be able to sprint. I know. I think we're pushing the time. I don't know if we're going to make it. Let's see. So Dryskthota, when she's able to take on Synons, we'll have this exclamation mark above her head. So let's register to board. We're going to actually go to the Strait of Melthor. Now, duty registration is complete. You can do a lot of things while you're waiting for this duty. It's just like any of the duties that you have in Duty Finder. You basically have this little tag above your head that says, hey, I'm waiting for something. And you can go back to what you were doing. In our case, we were heading out to Middle La Noscea, where we were unlocking fishing spots, which is one of the other ways you can level up your fishermen. The next most important way, let's just put a sneak on so we're not completely blind. Now we've already, according to our fishing log, we've already unlocked 2 of them. This Zephyr Drift actually goes all the way down because we unlocked that when we were down here. The Rogue River, that's in the center. I'm going to say that that actually covers the whole river, unlike some rivers which have an upper and a lower part. So we're going to head up to the next river, the Agewise, and we're going to see if, I know any minute now we're going to get called into the fishing. Alright, we're going to see if we can catch any fish in here. So let us control 1 to chum and make sure our bait is correct. Right, so that's sea fishing. We better switch to crayfish ball, which is freshwater fishing. Cast our line. So remember to always check your bait when you start fishing again. You may not have the bait on that you think you do. I am so glad I've got sneak on. That thing would eat me otherwise. 3 to hook. You'll notice too that I've been offline and my little glowy tip on my rod is not glowing anymore. So we're going to hit 5. I put my rod away, that's why. Right, so we have discovered this is the Rogue River. What am I thinking? This isn't the river I thought it was. Let's keep going. Alright, now we're running. I'm going to keep fairly close to the coast until we get past. There we are. So this was all part of the rift. There's the Rogue River. We're going to fish down in here. We're going to see if there's a difference in fishing here. We need to find 5 areas in Middle La Noscea to find all the fishing areas. So I'm going to lay a bet that this is a different area here. Alright. So again, number 1, check the bait. Make sure you're on freshwater if you're freshwater fishing. We could probably use our versatile lure here as well. We're going to chum. We're going to hit 5, so I have a glowing fishing rod. We're going to hit 2 to cast. There we go. Now we have our glow. And we're just going to wait. Or not. That's 4. Commence. We're going to have to check our bait. So there are only 4 members. It's very quiet. When you have an event on that's got fishing as one of the ways of gaining tomestones for that event, this actually is quite busy. So give it a minute. I know. I bet some of us were out fishing. Alright, so we cast our line into the undiscovered fishing hole. So this was a new fishing spot. We don't know what it is because, well, we didn't catch anything in it. So I'm going to move my head while the boat is doing its thing, because that way you can see the chat. I want you to see the chat so you can have a bit of an idea of what fishing, what that chat box will tell you when you're fishing. Welcome aboard the Endeavour. As soon as we can, we're going to change our bait because there is no point putting freshwater bait into this ocean, is there now? Alrighty. Yeah, I still can't do it. Looks like we were all waiting. Yay. Now look, people have their favourite fishing spots. I like to fish up at the back usually. I really like fishing from here, although it makes me nervous as a real person. 1 for bait. Now, we're looking for the bait, so lugworm. Let's go ragworm here. Sometimes someone will call out what you're doing. Alright, let's chum it. It's a whole new thing. If you're looking down here, see the dolphins swimming, they could be there scouting. Better cast my line, does help with the fishing. We're in the southern straits of Melthor. We need to catch jellyfish or crabs. I think I need to use krill for that. Never mind, let's find out. Now I'm a very low level fisher person, so oh, look at the dolphin. Anyway, so 3. So we may have trouble catching some of the fish until we're a higher level, but this is going to fix that really well. Ocean fishing is a great way to improve your fishing. I'm just going to give ourselves a bit. Oh my gosh! Mirriam Treespire pulled a spectral current out of the water. You know what? I'm going to stick with... Okay, 1 for bait. Plump worms. No, let's go with krill. See what krill will push out. Do that. And bring you 2. Get rid of my bait box because it's driving me crazy. 3. Spectral discus. Alrighty. There we are, we've leveled already. That was a crab. No, it wasn't. That was a horseshoe thingy. So we're using krill at the moment. I don't know if that's the best thing for catching what we want. Right now we're just having fun. Let's go 1. Let's see what plump worms bring us. So, chum it. Cast it. We now have Blessings of the Dolphins, the Aurora Flipper, and Cetaceous Speed. So our GP generation is good. We shouldn't be afraid to use our abilities. Ooh, I don't know what that is. That looks pretty good. Chum it. Cast it. And oh, we've learnt patience. This is probably a good thing. Right, except it's not where I want it to be. Chum it. Cast it. A Zamer's sleeve and a high ether louse. Bring it in. I know, we're missing a lot of opportunity here. I'm going to put some ragworm on the line in a minute. Let's go. Chum it. Cast it. Our GP is going down at the rapid rates of knots here. So, what do we catch using ragworm in the current? Shipwreck. Right. So every time we get new fish, we level up. So this, like I said, this is one of the fastest ways to level up your fishermen. Go ocean fishing. Chum it, not enough GP, but I'm just going to cast it because I really want to get as much as I can. Bring that in. Alright, hear the change in the music? It means we're back over here. I'm on ragworm. I might actually try fishing with krill. You'll notice I've left my my thing off. I've caught 3-star fish or higher. I've got 5 of them. That'll give me some points. There are points with this game. Fish with a strong bite. Those are fish that you'll see 2 exclamation marks pop up above your head. Alright, we found a sunfly. Let's cast again. I'm just building up some GP. Cost me 100 GP to use my... That's a strong bite. To use my my chum. We'll go through what these things say on patience and stuff as we go through it. Alright, I'm going to change my bait to ragworm. Let's go. Alright, it's a weak bite. It's only 1 exclamation mark. This becomes important in a minute, and when I rearrange my bar, I'll show you why. Marine bomb! Not the sort of fish we're looking for. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to start chumming in a minute, so we've got a little less time to do. We do get points for each fish caught. Another weak bite. So it looked like we were catching fish with a strong bite when we were using our krill. So we're going to zip back over to krill, and we're going to go with that. Okay, you can hear the other fishermen fishing as well in the background. The gulls are really noisy. Alright, what happens if I chum it and I cast it? Maybe I should be using plump worm. They say they attract big fish. Maybe big fish have a big bite. Whoa, chum attracts some big biters. So there are 3 parts of our voyage. A ghoul barracuda. Let's go again. Alright, I'm not catching any jellyfish with this. That's okay, but we are catching strong bites. Chum it. Cast it. So the aim is we're just trying to catch as many fish as we can. 3. Oops, otherwise I'll lose my fish. And my bait. Chum it. Cast it. We might try this versatile lure in a minute too and see what that does. Because it's just, if I recall correctly, it doesn't normally catch as much. But let's see what happens when we use a lure. I'm pretty sure a lure is not going to help. Oh, wait a minute. Ocean floor, small fish. Let's go for plumpworm then. 2. Oh, they got me a strong bite. If we can catch 6 strong bites in every area. So now this is, we'll be off to our destination. Raise your rods and make ready to sail. Your character is going to put her rod away regardless of what you want to do. Alright, patience. When fishing for choices to fish, patience can significantly increase the quality of your next catch. However, your chances of reeling in said catch are much diminished. While under the effect of patience, there are 2 actions you can use to negate your reduced chance of catching fish: powerful hook set and precision hook set. These actions are best suited to different types of fish. Now you'll notice under the green one there was no exclamation mark. Under the red one there were 2. So when you have a strong bite, use the red. When you have a weak bite, use the green. And when we have our little bar back up again, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, we're changing to a new area. I'm going to take a minute. We are so going to need to upgrade our gear by the end of this. I'm not sure I can upgrade it in the middle of the duty though. We can try. Alright, so you go C, you go recommended gear, you go equip. Hey, look at that. Alright. We're going to very quickly grab our patience. Now that's Thaliak's favour. We want to keep an eye on that. That's important. There's our patience. I'm going to put patience here. Move my sneak because it's now in the way. I want my strong hook set on 3 and my weak hook set on there. Move Thaliak's favour over here. Just move that over. Alright, I know that cost me some fishing time, but let us go. Control 1 and 2. I don't have enough. It cost me 200 GP to use patience, so we definitely need to improve our gear. That's another strong bite though, so we need to be up to 12 strong bites by the end of this session. Let's see how we go. Alright, wow, that's a new fish. So we were at level 12 when we started. We're currently sitting on level 19. Alright, I'm going to try some ragworm. Let's see how this goes. Go chum it. Oh, I can use this as well. Thaliak's favour. We are going to do that in a minute. I probably should have done it while it was lit up. Thaliak's favour actually lets you have 150 GP back. It's really handy, and I should be using it much more often than I do. So we might, in between, strong bite. Alright. Control 6. Okay, that was my Thaliak's favour. I'm going to fish with patience. Alright, now I'm going to go control 2 out. And now control 3 is for a strong bite, control 4 is for a weak bite, okay? Because the strong bite has 2 exclamation marks. Weak bite to improve our chances, then we'll let her reel that in if she can. Okay. Alrighty, so that was a Gladian anchovy. I'm going to try with some krill in here, so let's might as well chum it. Cast, you'll notice we're really low on our points, so we've got to build up our Thaliak's favour again. 3, another weak bite. That fish got away. Oh, because I'm using patience too, and I did not have enough GP to take advantage of it. Let's go with a 2. We'll just cast our line in. Alright, I've got to remember. Hopefully I'll have 3. Oh, whoops, I used the wrong hook set. Now I will lose it probably. Oh dear. Alright, that's a rosy brim. What happens if I use plumpworm? Let's try this, okay. I'm not going to chum it. I'm going to use Thaliak's favour. I'm going to use... I am going to chum it because there's no point using patience right now. Sometimes you can only catch certain fish using patience. We're up to 8 out of 18 for our voyage mission. You don't fail if you don't get the whole mission. It's just nice. Points are nice if you do. Oh my gosh, what was that? Well, that doesn't count as a strong bite because it's a 3 exclamation mark. Can we pull it in is the question. Yes, we can. That was a shark. Lovely. Throw that. Get some of this. Get ready to hit 3. Wow, what was that? Alright, looks like we leveled up again. So we can now release fish if we want to. What am I fishing with? Pumpworm. We might try some ragworm in a minute. Alright, over to the ragworm. Throw that in. You may want to release fish if your backpack gets full, okay? Give it a minute. The spectral megalodon. Nice. And again, we're at 230. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get my Thaliak's favor up. And I'm also trying to get enough points so that when I do use patience, I've got enough to actually use the right hooking method so I can catch the fish that I catch during patience. So this is the hard part of it. We might have to go back to krill, I think. Heaven swimmer. Alright, new fish. Let's not chum it. Let's use Troll 2. Now we'll cast. Alright. Oh no, I didn't use my hooking method. I might catch it. It might not. Oh, that was silly. I should not have chummed. Never mind. Never mind. Well, because now I'm not going to have enough points to pull the fish in using my hooking method. So you got to kind of balance it and remember what you're doing. Alright, use that. Use this. Oh! This ship is now going to change areas. Yep. Alright, how are we doing? We've now got to level 23. So since joining the ship, we have leveled 10 levels in this short period of time. Like I said, it's one of the fastest ways to level up your fisher. However, it does mean that you often get left behind in gear, and this is why I leave fishermen until the very last, because by then I've got my gear for my botanist and I've got my gear for my mining, and that I can pass straight onto the thing. The face vanishes back into the depths. That is actually a rare fish. I've caught one. Once. So I've got a lot to learn when it comes to fishing, but hopefully this will get you guys set on your way. I'm just gonna equip my new gear again because we are leveling so fast. Alright, let's use patience. Let's cast out because I've only got 120 points. Gonna get ready to control 3 for a tough bite, control 4 for a little one. So 4 for a little bite, weak bite. Cast it again. So as long as I've got this little symbol up here, it tells me I've got patience running. Inefficient hooking, right? Because we're trying to catch better quality fish. Don't know if we're succeeding. Ah, no, wrong one. I love being dyslexic. Sometimes it really matters if you mess it up like that. A neck crawler. Is that my first crab? It is. These are, we need to catch 7 of these. We're in the 3rd area, so I don't think we're going to. Alright, hard bite is 3, weak bite is 4, okay? Another net crawler. Yes, that's 2 of the crabs I want. Let's just cast it in. Our patience has run out. We don't have enough to do much, so we're just going to have to... Oh, did I just learn mooching? Yes! Alright, going to keep an eye on that. There are some things that we want to mooch. Actually, all the mooching. Whoa, what is that? Okay. We've caught 2 crabs now. And 7. And let's cast again. I'm letting my points build up. It is pretty insane. Alright, I'm going to try some hooking in a minute. Because I've built up my DP again. Shoot. Maybe I'll catch another crab. Nope, but it was a hard bite. And we've leveled again. I'm going for the hard bites because we are actually catching them. Ah, wrong one. We caught it anyway. Hammerclaw is not a crab, contrary to popular belief. I don't know if pulling it on a hard bite is going to work. Let's find out. There goes my patience. Alright, let's use some chum and cast it and catch it, hopefully. And cast it again. Catch it. Maybe. Use Daliak's favor. Use some patience. Uh-oh. And cast it. Never catch a fish if we don't do that. Pull this one in. I know, we're going to run out of time soon. I think I've got 2 minutes and 30. I need to catch 3 more strong bites to get another bonus for this trip. But let's see how we go. It's a weak bite. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to catch 5 more crabs in the next minute and a bit. Especially if I don't cast, I keep talking when I need to be casting. When Waiting. Alright, that will be the last of our patience. Let's chum it. Let's cast it. Let's go. Try again. And cast it. We caught quite a few new fish. We're actually now at level 30 from level 12. So you can imagine in an event when these vessels are going off and people are just going off, you will level so fast with this. I need one more strong bite. Yeah, if I can get it in, then I'll have 2 bonuses. We didn't do so good on our jellyfish or crabs. I'm going to have to learn the trick to that one. Alright, home port is calling. Pack up your rods and prepare to return to Limsa. And we got our last strong bite. Look at that. Alrighty. Give it a minute. Because it's not going to let us do anything. I mean, we can wander. We can wander down to the prow of the ship if you want. It's all the fishing. Now's the time to count your catch. Alright, and this is where we come to a scoreboard. Oh well, in a minute. We're all just chillaxing. I nearly got one. It was this big. Yeah, it was. So fishing is kind of fun. Alright, these are the fish we caught and the points we got for each fish, so we did pretty good. We got a bonus for ocean fishing enthusiast, small fish in a big pond, a rare catch, give a man a fish. We achieved an achievement as well, Gladian Bay, Strait of Malthor. So basically we had to catch 8 or more different fish in each area to get these ones. So we get a bonus for that. And cause a spectral current to occur. That was me. So we got plus 80%, so our 3,000 went up to 6,000. Our reward is 16,633 XP, which is going to look very nice in our fisherman. There we go. Alright, so we've now leveled to level 30, which is way more than I hoped. We're going to finish off finding our things in Middle La Noscea. So mooching. Mooching is a technique that involves catching a smaller fish and then leaving that fish on the line to lure in a larger fish. Mooching can only be attempted after catching a large-sized fish that is also suitable for mooching. There are some varieties of fish that can only be landed via mooching. Increase your perception rating to increase your chances of landing a massive catch, and then use that fish to lure in an even rarer find. Fish population. You have thinned the population of fish in this area enough to lure forth a rare species which normally remains hidden. There are several types of these timid wavekin in waters, sands and skies across Eorzea. These rare fish, however, will not remain in the area for long, so once you have detected one, focus all your efforts on not letting him be the one that got away. Alright? Releasing fish. Every good fisher knows even Nofika's bounty is not limitless, and will therefore return to the water any unwanted catches so that the matron may take them to her bosom once more. This is called releasing, and the action is available to all fishers. Released fish will not be added to your inventory, preserving area populations. Once you've released a certain type of fish, you will continue to release that fish should you catch it, again in the same location. If you wish to stop releasing fish, you must first end your fishing session and cast your line anew. Alright. Fishing holes. Scattered about Eorzea, there are legendary fishing holes that only a handful of fishers can recognize amongst the normal waters. Once you have learned Gull Eye, perhaps you too can try your luck at these prime fishing locations. Right, we don't have Gull Eye yet. I'm pretty sure if we go into character, into actions and traits. Oh, wait a minute, we might have it. Level 15. We do have Gull Eye. And it's a trait, so we don't see it on our action bar. So we can discern the location of fishing holes at or below our level. Angler's Art grants you a stack of Angler's Art upon landing a large-sized fish. Auto Sneak, have we got that now? We do, we've unlocked it at level 27. I don't need to have that on my bar anymore. Oh, fantastic. Just move that down. Alright. So now we're looking for unlocking a few of these other things. So as you can see, we've advanced well beyond our class. We are going to finish what we started here though. So leveling up your fishermen, we're also going to discover all the fishing holes in Middle La Noscea. We are currently at 2. And we were about to discover this one. So if you have a look at this little thing in the bottom left-hand corner, you will see that it tells you how much XP you've got. It gives you the dialogue from the NPC fisherman, and also gives you anyone else who's learned an achievement. So, and it gives you the achievement on a boat 2, for instance, which I just asked by clicking on it there, is score at least 5,000 points during a ocean fishing voyage on an indigo route. Wait, we got that too. And there's a reward for it. The reward for that is the Major General. It's a shark with legs, so we're going to claim that. Look at that. Lovely. Let's go to the last 5. Alright, so we've got gone fishing on the payroll. Alright. Okay, we just claimed a minion. I love it. Go over this way. We will find our minion. We are going to right click on it and hit use. Then we're going to go to character. We're going to go to minion guide and discover our brand spanking new minion. It looks like we only have 2 minions. We are going to have to fix that. You cannot have too many minions. Alright, so this is the fishing hole we were at. Let's see if, well, let's check our bait first, shall we? We don't want to fish with krill here. That's for ocean fish. Let's go for pill bugs. Let's go control I. Let's go 2 for casting our line. And see what we catch in whatever this. So you cast your line at the undiscovered fishing hole. It says at the very bottom right hand. Nothing bites. Oh, nothing likes my bait in this area? Well, that's just rude. What am I using? Pill bugs. Oh, well, okay, ocean fishing because I'm stupid. No. I'm sorry, I did not mean that. Crayfish ball, let's try that. Alright, we'll chum it up. We'll use 2. I'm not going to use patience just yet. We're just going to see what we can pull out on normal fishing. 3. We'll start getting fancy once we start looking for the fish we're missing, and we won't do that till we're a bit higher. Alright, data on the West Agelyss River. And I've also set a new personal record. Let's go Y. West Agelyss River. So does that mean the bit above the bridge is the east? Why don't we go find out? 4. That's right, because remember we're looking for see, I have auto sneak, so now I can sprint. That was a pretty good princess trout too. I know, the water flows downhill. Alright, have we gone far enough upstream yet? No, I reckon we should just go a little bit further. We'll go swimming right at the top and see if this ends up being the East Agelyss River. This looks pretty good. What? Ooh, what's in there? Okay, I can't. No, I can't go in there. Game says we put rocks there for a reason. Okay, this says also West Agelyss River. Cast your line into the West Agelyss River, so we obviously know all of this river now. That's 3 out of 6 fishing spots. 3 more to go. Oh, data on the gudgeon is added to your fishing thing. Alright, let's go up here. There's another river. I'm sure of it. There's a bridge not far. Yeah, look down here. Okay. Ooh, I'm not sure my auto sneak will sneak past that. That looks like a hunt target. Oh yeah, let's not play with him. Not as a fisherman anyway. Certainly not at this level. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to say, if we look on our map, there's a red dot here. I'm going to say that this is probably a different area of water to the rest of this. Let's find out. I could be wrong. It's always worth checking. Can I fish off here? I don't know. It's not going to let me get any closer than this. Let me see if it won't let me chum. It will let me chum. Alright, let's cast our line. Oh man, fishing from a great height. And this is the undiscovered fishing hole, so let's see. Alright. Data on this is the Nym River where she wanted us to fish for the princess trout. Wow, she would have sent us a really long way away to go fishing, wouldn't she? Alright, let's go down here because this is the Nym River. But this is Woad Whisper Canyon, and I'm betting that Woad Whisper Canyon is another fishing spot. How are we going for our fishing spots now? So we found 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. Let's go find the last 2 before we finish this episode. We'll finish this episode, I think, up at the fishing thing, ready for our next fishing adventure. Because now we've got to level 30, we are really close to okay, won't be able to fish over that. I don't want to go all the way up to the end here. Let's see if we can fish in here. Control one. Yes. And cast our line. If we don't catch whatever's in here, we're going to have to use patience and try and catch it that way. So let's try just ordinary fishing. It's hard to discover the fishing hole. Something bites. Oh, we got something. Okay. Fishing hole in Woad Whisper Canyon is added to your fishing guide. And we found a dusk turtle. Beautiful. Alright, we have one more fishing spot to find, and I'm going to bet that it's probably an ocean fishing spot because if you look at our map, right, and go wide, that's the map we're after. Okay, so Middle La Noscea. So we fished at this end and we got Zephyr Drift, right? So if all of this is Zephyr Drift, let's just assume all of that is Zephyr Drift, then that means all of this has to be something else, right? So we're across the canyon, the Nym River. I reckon if we fish anywhere in here, we'll learn what that area is. Let's go. We just have to get out of the canyon first. And now we have to go away from the Nym River. So what are we now? Level 30. We might even get to level 31. Which means in just under three-quarters of an hour with ocean fishing, we've leveled up something in the vicinity of nearly 20 levels. But let's be lazy. Let's just go over here. And we'll see if this is a whole new fishing area. And 2. Just see what we catch with ordinary fishing. Yeah, maybe not with freshwater bait. Should we try that again? Let's try that again. You did not see it. I was never here. Alright. Summerford. Okay. Now, have we found all of the fishing spots in this area? So, yep, Zephyr Drift, Rogue River, West Agelyss, Summerford, Nym River, Woad Whisper Canyon. If you have a look, Zephyr Drift, we get all of these fish. Rogue River. We get some of these fish. We get a bunch of new ones. West Agelyss. Okay, it's got some different fish. Looks like it's not saying no. So there are weather restrictions, time restrictions, and special conditions for some of these fish. For that one anyway. Alright, what about Summerford? That's this one here. So that's we've found a few of them. And some of the other ones, yeah, that top one at the end is going to require some skill. Some more skill that we don't have yet. Look at that. Now we start getting tricky. So there's one. There you are. Alright, let us pocket our rod, close our bait bucket, use our return crystal, which is set for Limsa Lower Decks, and head on back. Boom. Okay, away we go. I know there's an opportunity over there too. We should check that out, but not today. Today we're going to just finish up down at the Fisherman's Guild. Because I bet we have another quest we can do now. Let's go find out. Yes, we do. But guys, we have spent an episode on learning how to level our character. We've leveled our character using... Yeah, there is one thing we haven't done. Let's go see if we can do it now that we have the class. I know, I was about to stop, and then I realised I hadn't covered Aleport. I hadn't covered one important thing. So, we've looked at free company provisioning, we've looked at ocean fishing, we've looked at catching fish, and we've looked at discovering fishing holes, all as ways of levelling up our fishermen. We've missed one important thing, and I don't know if this guy or gal is going to let us do it, but let's toddle over. And we will see. Seeing as we've unlocked city-state levs, we've unlocked... Oh no, we might not have... Oh, I know. Alright, well first, unlock your levemete. Levs of Aleport. Alright, we are going to have to do a quest to unlock our levs, in which case we're going to do that next episode. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe, and I'll check you later. Take care out there.